So hello everyone. Today we can start we will look into the task management from the Hardhat library or Hardhat tool. So in whenever you deploy your contract, you will write some test cases, you will write some scripts to deploy the contract, you will write some functions to test on the test folder. But today we will see like how we can write the task on Hardhat so that we can test on the testnet also, and also see how our function is behaving right now on the smart contract. So let's start without wasting time. First you have to go to the Hardhat config, and you have to first install the toolbox from the npm package. So just install the Hardhat toolbox. In this toolbox you will get the task library. Just give the npx hardhat command. It will show you the there are a lot of tasks listed in below the command. If you want to see this task, you will write some. So there are available task sections. So there is a balance task, then check, then clean, compile, console, coverage, flatten, get all constant. So right now I have make some make two tasks on this smart contract. So let's look first the balance task. So this task has an action operation where you can perform an action on the smart contract as well as on the blockchain. So in the action, it will take an async operation, async function, in which you will get one parameter, it's an underscore parameter, and one is ethers library. So we are getting the signers to whoever call this task function. Then there is a get balance function, and we are console log the balance from the Monad testnet. So let's run the how we can run this task. So write npx hardhat. Then we will give the task name, that is balance, and then we will give the specify the network, that is Monad. So it will fetch the balance on the Monad testnet according to this address. So our balance is right now 18.5 mon. Let's go to other task that I have made, that is get all constant. So in this task, why it is different from the balance task? So there is another parameter, that is add param function, where you can add the parameters from the CLI itself. So we are taking the address of the contract from the CLI. Yeah, so we are taking the address of Monad lending address from the CLI itself. So task arg will give you the array of the params from the CLI, in which you will find out the address that will deploy, that will inherit the deployed contract, and gives call to the contract that are all read operations. So we are reading the constant variable from the contract and just console log them to the CLI. So let's run this command and make this task give some inputs from the contract. So give the command npx hardhat, task name is get all constant, and gives the network. Let's give the first argument, that is address. So we'll give the address. This is the deployed address on Monad testnet, and then give the network, that is Monad. Yeah. So it will fetch the details. Yeah, it will fetch the details like max assets you will give to this contract is 50, max APY is around 10%, 100%, because these are some zeros, decimals that we use in the solidity, and these are seconds. So it is making into the hours. So in this way we can fetch the details from the contract by the help of task. So let's define one more task and see how we can make the task. So that will give you the insight how we can create the task on the deployed contract. So this is an add asset. I will show you the function on the contract also. So the add asset function will take the asset address and initial APY, and this address will only set by the only admin. So we will give the these two parameters and see that this function will run or not on the contract by the help of the task. So just import the libraries from this. So we need the task, then we have to specify the task, what the task will do. So I'm giving the name of the task and some description, add task to the list. Then we have to add param. So we will add param, that is what's our param? So that is asset address. So we'll give the asset address, Then second param is APY. So we'll define as APY, initial APY, and we have to also give the address of the contract. So at param we will give the address of the contract, address of lending pool contract. Yeah, and at last we have to specify set action. So set action will takes n function, that is an async function, and it will take the ethers library so that we can use the ethers library also. So first we'll specify the contract name that we have to use. So contract name is Monad lending pool. We will give the address name. Then we have to specify the address of the Monad lending pool. Address, we will take it from the task args dot address. Now we have to make the we need the signer also, so we will get the deployer, then we will make the instance of the contract. So const instance, like we will get the await ethers.get contract type, then we will give the contract name, then we will give the contract landing pool address, and then we will give the deployer. So in this way we will get the instance of the contract. Now we have to run the transaction on the blockchain. So just give the await operation instance, call that function add asset, and gives the task args dot asset address and asset CPY, and wait for the transaction to complete, and then console log asset added successfully, and console log the transaction hash also. So yeah, that's it. Like we have make one task to add asset, so we will give the name as add asset. Now the main thing is to call this task into the config file, so we'll give the task slash and add asset. Yeah, that's it. Now we need one address of asset and initial APY. So let's do on Monad. Monad Explorer. Yeah, Monad Explorer. Or we will give the asset from our wallet also, right? So we will give the go for Monad testnet. Then we will give tokens. Let's go for chalk token. This is a meme token on Monad. So we have an address. So call the function let's. So we have to call this task and fix hardhat add asset. Then we will specify the parameters address, which is what is the address of lending. We'll find out from this file. Gives the address. Then we have to give the asset address. So what is the asset address? This is the asset address of chalk token. Then we have to specify the APY. Give the APY as 10, and then gives the network on Monad. By giving the command, we are getting some errors also. So errors are rectified right now because you can't give the param name as an uppercase letter, and you have to change that name also here, in the add asset function also. So just give the command again, that is npx hardhat add asset, then address is this, then asset address is this, and then APY, and give the network as Monad, and hit enter. I think the transaction is going on. Yeah, the transaction is successfully completed. You will see that the asset is added to the lending pools, and this is the transaction hash. You can verify on the Explorer also. Let's verify also. Go to the Monad Explorer. So yeah, add asset function is called successfully, and we have added the chalk token into the lending pool contract with an APY of 10. So in this way, you can create the task and make some calls on the blockchain. Thank you for watching.